There we go. Can you guys hear me now? No sound, no sound. Thanks for letting me know. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, cool. You guys can hear me now. As I was saying, I read through the comments. Mr. Dev, welcome in the house. Kevin Rogers, thank you so much for joining. Nisu, hi, 𝗬𝗆𝘆 and Legends, welcome, welcome, muted. Okay, no sound, I sorted that out. Right, Legends, as I was saying, very hot here in Dubai. Mr. Dev, how is 𝗬𝗆𝘆𝗽? Are you homesick yet? Yes, I do miss home. I mean, home is home at the end of the day, right? And I've been here for quite a while here in Dubai already, really enjoying the experience. Working hard, experiencing some Dubai culture and food. It's just very, very hot outside. I am struggling with the heat. I don't know how people in Dubai can acclimatize to this heat. I don't know how they do it, right? They're working outside, they're building buildings, they're laying bricks, they're working in restaurants. I don't know how people can stand this heat. But luckily I've got air conditioning where I'm here at the moment, so I feel nice and fresh and cool. Let's analyze the price of Bitcoin here together. Looking at the price of Bitcoin here, let me share my screen. Let me do this. Okay. I know it looks like a mess. Please don't judge me. Okay. And for those of you that's been following me for a while, you know I like to keep tidy charts, but I've been analyzing like a crazy person over here. I've been busy with other things. I've not managed to catch a trade today. So let's analyze the price of Bitcoin here together and see what are the highest probable scenarios that could potentially play out here. Are we going up? Are we going down? That's always the question. Let's see if we can find some answers here today. Right, let me just clean this up a little bit, okay? Let's do this. The first thing I want to start with is this structure over here, okay? So just make it more clean, and I just want to look at this structure over here, right? Still tracking this channel here to the upside, not really necessary for that channel for now. Just the one thing I do want to highlight over here, okay, is I'm a little bit 50-50 from a bullish and a bearish perspective, okay? Usually I have like a 60-40 or 70-30 feeling towards the upside or to the downside. I'm a little bit neutral here at the moment with this consolidation that's taking place over here, but from a higher time frame perspective, Legends, this is what I'm looking at. Okay, is that when I take a fib from this high to the low, okay, we have tapped the 0.88 where we found rejection. And from an Elliott wave or from a Fibonacci perspective, the probabilities increase that when you tap the 0.88 that you are going to sooner or later take the high over here. Okay. And usually what happens, which is now actually playing out so far, so good, okay, is that you retrace to the 618. And for those of you that's been following me for a while, you know that I often speak about this scenario. Okay, you tap the 0.88, you retrace until you get to the 0.618, which I've also mentioned in one of my live streams, I think 2 weeks ago, okay, or last week, I can't remember. And then you potentially find strength here to the upside to come and claim the high, right? So this scenario is still valid for now. We've tapped the 0.618. Now you want to see us go and claim the high. The challenge that we now need to solve is this structure here bullish or bearish? Okay. So let's go and analyze that situation, right? And maybe before I get there, Legends, let's just do it quickly, a recap over here. When I go onto the daily time frame, okay, and I can just clean this up a little bit more so everyone can see, right? If I go onto the daily time frame and I just look at this entire structure from where we started, basically the bull, the upwards momentum, okay, or where most people say this is the start of the bull run. Okay, there's two scenarios from a bullish perspective that I'm watching over here that has high probabilities. Okay, the bullish scenarios at the moment has a higher probability than the bearish scenario, but we have to consider I'm working on the daily time frame, so it can take weeks and months to play out. Okay, where we have a 1, 2, 3, okay, and 3 is finished, and we're now waiting for a 4 and a final 5th wave here to the upside. Okay, so this is the one scenario that I'm watching over here. Is what I don't like about where we are right now is that looking at the length of the second wave, over here, the fourth wave is still very short. It feels like it still needs to range a little bit longer, even come and claim this consolidation area, no problem at all. We dip here to $50,000 and then we go and make the final fifth wave here to the upside. Okay, so let's just focus here for a moment. So the one scenario is 3 is finished, 1, 2, 3, and we're busy with a fourth wave, which can still range for longer, and we can still come and claim the low over here. And perhaps we will bounce here by this consolidation area at $50,000. And then you go and make the final fifth wave. So a nice little 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect, makes sense, right? Everyone agree? The other bullish scenario that I'm watching is to say, well, the third wave is not finished yet. We have 1, 2, and we are still busy with a third wave, where we then will then see a fourth wave and then a final fifth wave here to the upside. Okay, so the only difference between the previous scenario and this scenario that I'm sharing with you guys is that the third wave is not finished, where this is still remember, there has to be 5 waves inside of each structure, so there has to be 5 waves there, and there has to be 5 waves in this structure, where you can count it as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and we are going to make a final fifth wave to complete 3 a little bit higher. Then we will see a longer fourth wave, you know, kind of what's happening over here, long, boring, everyone gets frustrated, and what's happening, are we going up, are we going down? And then we get the final fifth explosive wave here to the upside. So this structure is slightly more bullish, okay, but it's going to take longer to play out, because we're still going to come and claim the high. We're going to finish 3 over here, and then we're still going to make a fourth wave, and then we're going to explode here to the upside. So both of these bullish scenarios for now has still the highest probability of playing out compared to the bearish scenarios. And I'm sure for those of you that follow Andy as well on YouTube, you will know that we often talk about the most bearish scenario here at the moment is, okay, not all my price action is loading up, but where we basically looking for A, B, C, or an A, B, C to the downside, okay, where there's an A, B, C inside of this corrective structure over here. Okay, we're literally going to come almost maybe claim the low over here. Okay, and for some reason my drawings just stopped working. Let's see if it comes back. Hello, Bitcoin, come back. Okay, let's see if I go into another coin if it works. Right, let's maybe try and close it, open it up again. Okay, let's try again. Let's go to Bitcoin and see if this works. Right, that would suck if I can't open up Bitcoin. What is cooking, Mr. Bitcoin over here? Right, let me just close some tabs. Maybe I've got too many tabs open. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Right, I hope everyone's still following. Let me know in the comments if you guys are with me. Okay, let me know if you're with me. I know it's complicated. Trading is not easy. Right, we're just working out probabilities here at the moment. Okay, is this it? Okay, did I click on the wrong Bitcoin? I think this is the one that I need. Okay, here we go. Here we go. It's working. Yes, it's working. It's working. Right, let's go. Sort of. It's working sort of. Okay. Okay, legends. So from a larger time frame perspective, this is kind of still what I'm looking at. Okay, there we go. It's loading up now. Everything's working fine again. Thank goodness. Okay, legends, and from a bearish perspective, just to wrap this up quickly, you know, without boring everyone, some Elliotticians are still seeing this as a corrective structure where we have a larger A, B, C to the downside, where we could potentially even come and take the bear market low, right? So I think personally, and you guys can let me know what you think in the comments, something really bad in the world needs to happen for the scenario to play out. The scenario is still valid, But I feel like you need a COVID-2 or you need World War III. You really need something really, really bad for the scenario to play out. And unfortunately, this scenario is not invalidated as yet. I think perhaps when we get here to $80,000, if we can hit $80,000, I would say this bearish scenario has a very low probability of taking out, because then you are starting to get into invalidation zones for this bearish scenario to play out. So you really want to get here up to the $80,000 level at least. Okay, so I just have to mention that there's always bullish and bearish scenarios as well. And now what I want to do is I want to zoom into the smaller time frames, and let's go and analyze this structure over here. Okay. Smash up the like, guys, if you like the content. Show some love, right? And as always, everyone knows from a trading perspective, for the best bonuses and lowest fees, I've got my 3 favorite exchanges down in the description: Bluffin, 𝗞𝗄𝗄, and 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍. Go sign up, come trade with me. Okay, so what I want to now work out is that we had a successful breakout, okay, from this trend, right? We had a successful breakout, not very convincing, I must say, because you want to see a breakout. This is very confusing, okay? It looks kind of like it wants to fake out, okay? This structure here is very confusing, where you could potentially counter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, doesn't really make sense. And the reason why I'm saying is perhaps this structure is invalidated is that I don't like the fact that you see this wick over here and you see this wick over here. It went into the territory of that wick. Okay, so rule of Elliott wave theory says that if this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth wave is not allowed to go into the territory of the first wave, which it did. Slightly wicked it, slightly tapped it, but I mean, there's still a possibility that this is a 5, and this is now a corrective structure here to the downside, where we potentially will find upwards momentum again. So not invalidated, it just lowers the probability that this is an impulsive structure to the upside. It just lowers the probabilities, but it can definitely still play out. I just want to make that very clear. It can still play out. I don't want you guys to say that, oh, devil is bearish, we're only going down. Okay. Right. So let me just see what else I worked out over here. I discussed the fifth level, where we tapped the 0.88, we tapped the 618, increasing the probabilities of coming to claim the high again. And the question is, legends, for me to switch bullish, and I would rather be a little bit late to the party, okay? I would rather have a late entry and try and catch an entry somewhere else if I have confirmation that we're definitely going to the upside, because this structure for me just looks very, very confusing from an impulsive perspective. And the main reason I say that is that I don't like that, right? 4 and 1 overlapped. I really don't like that. And also, yeah, I'm counting a 3-wave structure, 1, 2, 3. Maybe this is also a 1, 2, 3, and maybe this is another 1, 2, 3, and then maybe we start finding upwards momentum here to the upside. Okay, so to make it easy, let's take the FIB here out the way. The best thing in trading that I like to use is daily levels, weekly levels, point of controls, and I think that's it for now. Okay, these are usually solid levels from a trading perspective. If you do not know Elliott wave theory and it's too complicated, and I know it gets very complicated, how does the rules work? Corrective structures are complex. You get W, X, Y's. Just rely on your daily, weekly, and naked point of controls, and from a trading perspective. And then from a day trading perspective, getting small little momentums here to the upside and to the downside can still make you significant cash so that you can pay your bills at the end of the month. That's what I do from a day trading perspective. I play small little moves to the up and to the downside, making those consistent gains, getting in, getting out, taking profits, not speculating on massive moves like this and just leaving my entry. Okay, I can long over here and take profits over here, and I can short over here and take profits over here. I can play the ranges up and down. So when things get confusing, legends, for me it is as simple as You have pivot highs, you have pivot lows that you can also consider from a swing failure perspective. There's another pivot low we can consider from a swing failure perspective. And then we have an untapped naked point of control over here. So definitely, it's one of those scenarios. If we had to tap this naked point of control and get acceptance back above this level, I will definitely be interested in a long over there. I will only be interested, okay, I want to make it clear, I will only be interested in a long over here if we get acceptance back above the level, not if we are waterfalling down here, right? I want to see acceptance back above that level, right? You then flip it into support, and then you know, okay, looks good, right? Looks good. It looks like we can go and recover. From a bearish perspective, I mean, we still have this resistance box over here. Okay, we still have this resistance box. So I mean, well, this is bullish, slight bearish for me at the moment. Is that if we somehow find the strength in this area, which I'll get to in a moment, this little consolidation over here, if we for some reason find strength over here, perhaps we turn around from where we are right now, okay, we can still reject here in this resistance box and still box and still find momentum back to the downside. Okay, this is, you know, we've got a daily level over here, we have a naked point of control, we have a consolidation area over here. It's also, I think, the 0.88 if you take a fib from the low to the high, which is a B wave target where this can still be a B, C to the downside. Complex three-wave structure, okay, three-wave structure. Okay, wait. Most probably like a WXY, but you guys get the point. This is the important part. A, B, C. Can definitely still reject. Okay. We'll just have to see what happens when we get to that level. But I mean, this will be a beautiful trade. I mean, if you can get an SFP from this naked point of control, okay. I just want to see if it aligns with a FIP level. If you take a FIP from the low to the high, okay, 786. Yeah, I mean, it's in the golden zone, legends. Definitely, it's in the golden zone, okay? If we SFP here, maybe tap the 0.786 and we find acceptance back above this level, that could still be a long entry here to the upside. I mean, you can still make significant gains here to the upside, okay? Even if we don't even claim this high. I mean, you take a FIP. When you enter a trade over here, you protect your position as we move into the green. What you do is, as a trader, this is what I always do. Just take the brushes out the way. You take a FIP from the high to the low, okay, wherever we're going to make that low. So let's say we're week in, we maybe tap the 0.786 like I've just mentioned, from this high to the high. Then you start looking to the left for resistance areas. 0.5 has resistance with or confluence with the pivot high over there. Maybe the 618 has confluence with all the highs here, okay? See these highs that can offer resistance, okay? But I can still make significant money on my portfolio playing a tight stop loss trade over here as you dip down below and you get acceptance back above and you take profits over here. I mean, that's a significant move to make some decent gains from a trading perspective. The risk to reward is absolutely amazing. And these are the small trades that I can take from a day trading perspective without worrying about the bullish and bearish scenarios from a daily time frame perspective. Okay. Great risk to reward. I mean, that's if the scenario plays out. And I'm you know, talking more bullish scenarios here at the moment, and I'll get to the bearish ones in a moment. Right, legends, now that I have, okay, let's just wrap up the bullish scenario, is to say that this can potentially still be a 1, 2, 3 wave here to the upside where you're going to claim the high. Okay? And the invalidation for me is that when you take a FIP from the low, let me do this. Okay, from the low to the high that we've made. Okay, second wave territory. You guys see this correction over here? Second wave territory is where we are right now. 618, 50%, 786. For me, is the maximum target for a higher probability for a second wave. Okay, 1, 2, and an explosive third wave here to the upside. If we are going to lose the naked point of control and we come down here to the 0.88, what does it do? It increases the probability that you're most likely going to retrace to the 618 and claim the low. Okay, and then we can see how we SFP from this low, because that's also a trading scenario. Is to say that If you tap the 0.88 and you get a bounce to the 0.68, you reject over here where we're consolidating. So this consolidation will offer massive resistance, and you claim the low, you could SFP and then find momentum back to the upside. Okay, someone's gossiping about me. My nose is itchy. Right, legends, let me go through the comments over here. How's the devil? How are you? Okay, I've gone through that. No sound, I've gone through that. All good now. Hi, bro. Harriet Grace, welcome. Thanks for joining the stream. Good morning, everyone from Los Angeles. Welcome, welcome, Miss Melanie. Always see you here on the live streams. Hi, Miss Melanie. Hello, Mr. Dev Devil. What's the tool to find those levels? Which levels do you mean? The daily levels, the point of controls? So maybe I can just show you guys both. So daily levels, purely from an education perspective. And for those of you that know how to do it, I'm here to educate, so I don't mind repeating myself over and over and over again. And even in 10 years from now, I will still repeat myself over and over again. It looks like I am having some delays here with my internet, but from a daily level perspective, okay, how to get daily levels. Quick education here. Right, if I zoom into the day, you have to go obviously to the daily time frame to find your daily levels, okay? And then what I do is you can see where there's an open, okay, and a close at the same level, and it has not been tapped, it's still clean. You see, it hasn't been wicked, it hasn't been tapped. I open and close at the same level. That is a valid daily level. What I usually do is I switch on this little I switch on my magnet on my tools, and then you'll see when you move your mouse over the candles, it snaps it to the top or to the bottom. So I snap it on so that when I zoom in and out of the chart, that level sticks to the exact price action that it's supposed to be. When you try and manually put levels on top on stuff like that, and you go into smaller time frames and you zoom in and out, you will find that you are not accurate with these levels. So always use your magnet, snap these levels on, okay? So here we have a daily level, right? This daily level, okay, there's also an open and a close, but it has been tapped. So I deleted it, okay? And so you go and look for more daily levels. And as you guys can see, open and a close, it hasn't been tapped, and therefore I have a daily level. Look at this price action. I can't put a daily level here just as yet because the day's not finished. It can still move up and move against me, okay? So this is not a valid daily level. So pure education over here, just smash up the like. You can see we had a daily level that was tapped today from four days ago. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a daily level. It was now tapped today, and this is where we're currently getting some support, okay? And here's another daily level, and basically these are the 3 important daily levels that I'm watching. And the same process applies when I go into the weekly. That's how you identify weekly levels, okay? Weekly and daily levels, those are the 2 levels that I use. Okay, cool. Hope you guys enjoy the education over here. And now, how I identify naked point of controls. I go usually onto the 1 hour time frame, okay? You zoom out a little bit, and I switch on. The indicator is called SVP. Session volume profile, okay, that's what it's called. I switch on my session volume profile, and then I wait for it to load up. That's what I usually do. I wait for it to load up, and depending on how much price action you have in your screen, it might take a while to load up, and how fast your internet is, I suppose. Okay, my internet looks like it's giving me some issues today, so it's taking a little bit longer than expected. And you will see that I have, okay, pure education, I have boxes over here with blue lines and red lines, right? And this is, each box represents 1 day. This was the volume that was traded, or the price action that was traded during a specific day. The value area high means that that's where the highest, I don't know how to accurately explain it, but it's the value area high. I suppose the meaning is in the name, okay? And the value area low. I don't often pay attention to the blue lines over here. Sometimes I take them into consideration. The more important levels that I watch for over here is the red lines. The red lines means that during, let's look at yesterday, for example. Okay, let's look at yesterday. This was yesterday's price action. The most amount of volume was traded. Just want to switch my magnet off. Yeah, by the red line. That was the most amount of volume. And look at where we got rejected today. Do you guys see how powerful these levels is? You have a point of control where the most amount of volume yesterday was traded in this range, and we tried to break it today and we got rejected to the downside. Okay, and these levels are very powerful swing failure pattern levels. If you know how to observe the price reaction when you hit those levels, they can be very powerful from an upwards and downwards momentum perspective. Okay, and how I identify them is that this one has now been tapped. So if you take a horizontal line and I put a line there, it's already been tapped, so I take it out. It's been tapped, it's invalidated. Okay, the only ones that here for me are still valid is the one over here. Okay, you see here, naked point of control. And the reason I call it naked is because it hasn't been tapped. There's no price action that's gone through it yet. So you had price action during this day, but nothing tapped it as yet. Here's another one. We had a close of the day, but we didn't tap this level just as yet. So there's definitely a possibility where you can smack down here and get supported by that level and then find upwards momentum, and then again for a perfect swing failure pattern. And this is how I also identify, are we reversing or are we finding weakness? Where you break through with high red volume, you retest it as resistance for continuation. These lines usually give me a better indication. When we get here, are we moving up or are we moving down? This is usually where I make a decision to long or to short. Right, there's some great alpha. Smash up the like button, legends. That's great alpha. I'm giving all my secrets away over here. Okay, I hope this education makes sense. I hope everyone understands over here. Okay, so that's how I identify these lines. Obviously, these ones have already been tapped, so I don't even look at them. Everything else has been tapped, so the only two valid ones here is by $71,000, $247, and depending on which exchange you use to trade, these levels will be at different areas. Unfortunately, you can't use your magnet to snap on these levels. You have to put them in manually. Okay. But it's close enough. It's close enough. It gives you a nice little zone. That's why I also like sometimes to put in boxes, because I know in this zone we can find a rejection, and perhaps I will build a swing position with low leverage like 2x or 3x and low capital if I'm not sure where in this area we're going to reject. We have a daily level there, we have a naked point of control. Are we going to reject from both? Are we going to find strength above the naked point of control and reject by the it gets confusing when levels are close together, but what I do know is this is a strong resistance area. Okay, so what you want to see from a strong resistance area is you want to see us smash it and flip it into support. Where you bounce, you get those wicks to the downside, and then you continue the momentum to the upside. Okay, right, I'm going to switch this off. It looks quite messy. And right, legends, I think for now I just want to see if I've got CVD uploaded here. I've been watching Mr. Coons over here. Great 𝗖𝗍𝘆𝗽𝗃. Right, let's see what's going on here over here. I don't see any bullish CVD at the moment. Actually still looks a little bit bearish. For now, legends, I would say the probabilities are higher to move down than up. It's just such a confusing structure over here. I do see some bearish CVD. I mean, if you look at CVD over here, okay, between this pivot, okay, which is most probably these highs here somewhere, where price action got here, okay, we have higher CVD and we have lower price action. Okay, we have lower price action, which increases the probabilities that you are going to claim the lowest point between the bearish CVD, which is this pivot. Okay, so for now, that's what I'm seeing here on the chart. Okay, purely from a data perspective, what I'm seeing over here is that the probabilities of us moving lower is higher at the moment. If we claim this point over here, we will, or even these pivots over here, we will invalidate the bearish CVD and we could find strength here to the upside. Okay, cool. Go through some comments over here. Talk numbers, not just fib numbers. Okay. Guys, I mean, can you not see my chart, my numbers? Are you guys unable to see the numbers over here, right? I can't always just say the numbers. I get lost in the conversation. I want to explain the scenarios over here, so I'm sorry if I don't always say the numbers, but I'm just assuming that you guys can see the numbers here. Okay. Right. So sorry about that. I will try and focus on it a little bit more, but I can't promise anything. Okay. Right, that's basically from a CVD perspective what I see over here. And yes, legends, I'm very neutral at the moment. I cannot tell you guys whether I am feeling more bearish or more bullish. Okay, it's all just a game of probabilities. But for now, and I mean this is very local price action, it looks like based on CVD, it looks like we're still going to come and claim this low. And then let's see. I think from a long perspective, I want to see how we're going to react at this naked point of control. Is it going to be a bullish reaction or is it going to be a bearish reaction? Okay, and then we still have a daily level further down at $65,000, 217. Okay, and also depending on which exchange you use to do your analysis on, these numbers will change. Your daily levels will be at different levels. Your naked point of controls will be at different levels. Okay, so, and that's also part of the reason why I also don't like to sometimes mention numbers, because you might be using a Bybit chart to do your analysis on, or a Coinbase chart, and then I say a number and then that level is not a valid level for you, for the chart that you're doing your trading on. Okay. Right, legends, let's go through some more comments over here. Smash the love. Yes, smash the like, smash the love, subscribe for future notifications. Thank you for all the hard work and analysis. Thank you so much. I appreciate 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗍𝗽. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name correctly over here. Would you take profit if holding position at 57K? Would you take profit if holding position at 57K? 57K? Would I take profit? Yes, that's far down. 57K. True, yeah. If we're holding this low, basically, yeah, would I take profits? If we're holding the level. I'm not sure I understand your question correctly. Okay. Good tricks, thanks. It will be cooler if you shave your head. Sides looks nice. I have shaved my head in the past. I used to have like a nice little bald head. I do enjoy it, especially during summer times. And but I mean, it is winter. Well, it's going into winter now in South Africa, so I'll keep my hair for a couple of months. Maybe in summer I'll shave it off again. Right, we see everything. Okay, cool. Use HD mode to see the numbers. Yes, I often also find people that on YouTube. Let me see if I can find that. Mr. Kunz will say hello to you again sometime. When you go and watch a video, okay, let's watch Mr. Andy over here, is that you need to go and make sure that your settings are at high quality, okay? 1080p, it's the best setting to use. Then you can see everything clearly on the chart. If you sometimes use a device, it could be by default set that it will play at 720 or 330p, for example. And then when you go and watch someone's video, you can't read the numbers. Everything looks blurry. Okay. And then you'll see as soon as I change the quality over here to HD, acceptable short position. I got to be honest. Mr. Andy in the house over here, right? You can see the numbers clearly. Okay. I just want to make sure that my videos are actually indeed crystal clear. So let's do a search here on my channel. This is the stream we're busy with right now. I just want to make sure. Yeah, we just want to make sure. Okay, let's see here. Go a little bit back. Yeah, I can see the numbers here. It looks good. Okay, maybe my circle is a bit big over here, so I'll make that a bit smaller. Do some customization work over here. Right. Legends, as always, down in the description, here's the 3 exchanges that I use to do my daily trading. Come join me, sign up. You qualify for the biggest bonuses and lowest fees. Bluffin, I'm going to be starting, I'm going to start focusing a little bit more on Bluffin. Bluffin is really one of the exchanges that I'm falling in love with at the moment. Go sign up to Bluffin. It's a no KYC platform. And apparently, it's going to be no KYC for a long time. Okay, I don't know how long is, but this is what we've been told, for a long time. Okay. Right, legends, let's go through some more comments. 𝗬𝗍, please. You guys want to see the DXY. I'm also looking at Bitcoin dominance. I'll jump to 𝗬𝗍 here in a moment. Okay, obviously, if you do have a little bit of a dumpy action from Bitcoin, with dominance falling down, it could protect some of the alts. So but they will still go down, but they won't bleed as hard. When you have dominance going up and you have Bitcoin falling, that is when you see the bloodbath for the altcoins, okay? But when you see price of Bitcoin going down and dominance is dropping like it's dropping now, it looks like it's losing the support, okay? This long trend that we've been tracking, it looks like it's losing it, okay? This could be very bullish for like a mini altcoin season. We'll just have to see how this plays out. But this is the moment everyone has been waiting for. We need to lose these highs. I've got my pen. We need to lose the support over here. Okay, this is a strong consolidation area in this range over here. We need to lose it, flip it into resistance, and Bob's your uncle. Then you're going to see explosion here from altcoins to the upside. Okay, but there's a clue there. We're losing support. Okay, we've lost diagonal. Now we need to lose this area. Okay, so far dominance is protecting some of the altcoins, and that's why you don't see the altcoins massively bleeding out like a 20 and 30% drops here to the downside. They are just consolidating 2%, 5% drops, and then they go up a little bit. It's because dominance is protecting them. Okay, and this basically just means that money is flowing out of Bitcoin into the altcoins. Okay. 𝗖𝗿𝘆𝗽𝗁𝗃. Hello, devil. Please keep these live sessions early. I absolutely love hear your alalafa, but this time is too late for me. I have to hear this next day on 1.5 speed because can't miss the analysis. Yes, unfortunately, I was a little bit busy today. It's a bit of a crazy week for myself and Andy, and for those of you that have noticed, I usually do 2 videos a day, a morning update and then a live stream during the day. And unfortunately, I've only been able to do 1 live stream a day. We are busy with some exciting stuff. And it's taking a lot of time, but we need to prioritize and focus. But I'm here bringing you the alpha. I will definitely do a live stream a little bit earlier tomorrow. Okay, we did finish a bit late today, so hopefully tomorrow we'll finish a little bit earlier and I can bring you a live stream earlier. Okay, right, 𝗬𝗍. Let's go to the 𝗬𝗍 before I forget. Mr. 𝗬𝗍, where are you? All the alarms that's going off here. DXY. Let's see what's happening here on the DXY. Just clean this up. Take the noise out the way. Zoom out. Where are we? 𝗬𝗍 still looks bullish, legends. Okay. For now, 𝗬𝗍 has broken out of this trend. Very obvious. Okay. We've broken out. We had a retest already, and maybe it's finding support above these highs. Very concerning. It's finding support above these highs, and there's definitely a chance for a bounce here to the upside, which will be very bearish for Bitcoin and risk on assets in general. Okay, the 𝗬𝗍 needs to lose this level. Okay, if the 𝗬𝗍 can come back down here, lose this level, flip it into resistance, that would look better. Okay, that would give us that downwards momentum for Bitcoin to give us some upwards momentum. But it's looking, the 𝗬𝗍 is looking strong. I'll be honest, the 𝗬𝗍 looks like it wants to go to the upside. Okay, what I would like to see from this local structure over here, as always, I apply the same analysis. Okay, what you would like to see over here is a fib from the low to the high. If we can tap, okay, if we can tap the 0.88 over here, so perhaps we make a lower high, we come back down, we tap the 0.88, there's a chance that we can still move down, claim the low over here. Okay. Right. Tradingview. Hi to all. Okay, cool. Let's carry on over here. So, I mean, legends for now, yeah, 𝗬𝗍 looks bullish. I just want to see something else. I want to take the fixed range profile for this entire zone, just see where we are. It's taking a while to load up. Okay, My internet is not playing ball today, legends. My internet's not playing ball. But I mean, without the session volume profile, or without the fixed range profile loading up here, it looks bullish, because what, you know, from a bearish perspective, what I would like to see is, let's just look at the structure over here. Okay, this can definitely be forming a wave 1, 2, 3 here to the upside, where we haven't tapped the 0.88. And so what we would like to see is tap the 0.88. That could still give us bearish momentum here to the downside. What we don't want is to find the support over here and it's just going to start momentuming here to the upside. Okay, that's going to be bearish for Bitcoin and risk on assets. Right. Let's see. I'm completely stupid to go long on Bitcoin. Don Trump. I'm completely stupid to want to go long on Bitcoin. Well, it depends. Is it a day trade? Is it a scalp trade? Is it a swing trade? Is it a long-term trade? Is it a spot trade? Okay. It depends on your plan. It depends on your strategy. Okay. There is still a scenario that this can be a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 here to the upside. This scenario does have low probabilities because this wave 1 is much longer than this wave 1. Okay. And from a Elliott wave perspective, it's supposed to look like this. Okay, you want your first wave 1 to be longer than your second wave 1. So it's not an invalidation for what I'm seeing over here. It just lowers the probabilities that we're going to just see a massive third wave here to the upside, face melting price action. Okay, but not impossible, not impossible. And other scenario is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and perhaps number 4 is not in. Okay, perhaps number 4 is going to be over here. Maybe this is 3. Okay, this is wave 3 over here. This is 1, and we are still busy with the 4th wave, and maybe we even come and claim this low over here. We claim the low and then we go. Okay, long 4th wave where this is then a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, definitely a possibility from a bullish, from a bullish perspective. From a bearish perspective, okay, I also have to highlight, you guys know me by now, I have to highlight the bearish perspective as well, is to say that B waves love 0.88 targets, okay, where we tapped the 0.88, okay, we did retrace to the 618, increasing the probability that you're going to come claim is high. The problem with the bloody 88 level over here, that it's also a B wave target, where this can be an A, B, C, and you bounce here on the trend. I just want to show everyone where I get that trend from. Let's zoom out. Hopefully it loads up. Okay, oof, this looks very messy. Let me just clean it up. Okay, take this out. Right, we can definitely still have A, B, C. You bounce on the trend, you get supported by this consolidation area. Okay, you can even have a little bit of a fake out. You claim the liquidity below this level. Okay, you can even have a fake out, and then you go make the 5th wave here to the upside. Right, legends, just want to see something over here. Unfortunately, this is all I have time for today. Have yourselves a blessed, what is it today? Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is. Is it Wednesday or Tuesday? Have yourself an awesome evening. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for joining. Smash up the like. Hit subscribe for future notifications. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Cheers for now.